the goal of this journey here in YouTube? I will be literally sharing how I got these clients, how I leverage my skills, which is building funnels on Framer. I started as a web developer, by the way, so not just Framer, but Framer is the big one. And how I got, the time and location freedom. Yo, what's good, boys? Hopefully you guys doing well. This is the first time I actually decided to do a YouTube video. Just I was like sitting there doing some work, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's share something I've been building all this time." So first of all, my name is Benz. Some of you guys know me before. Some of you all might not, but like I was building all my business all this time, all networking, like everything I've been doing in the online space was behind the scenes. So, I just like be, the guy in the back end, I enjoy it. I don't like take the credits in being public. It's not my thing. Well, like, it's time, to make some change. So I'll be sharing everything pretty much I know to help you guys, in every way, shape or form I can, give thoughts, tricks, tips, advices, anything I can. But all I know is I'm gonna share what works for me, and I'm not telling you that I know everything. Still learning, but like, we're gonna try to discuss everything I've been building all this time. But first, just to make sure you guys have some context, I'm Benz. I'm the co-founder of Infinia. I've been building Infinia in February last year with my business partner from the US. I'm Moroccan, so I'm the only African guy here that can say the N word. He's white. I'm not white, but brown. But yeah, anyway. Uh, so we've been building Infinia. He was in the US. I was in Morocco. We've been building all this business like 8 months, I would say. We never met in person. We just like Google Meets all the time. And in August, I believe, we decided to go somewhere so we can link up. I had a problem. My visa, Trump hates me or something, so I cannot get into the US. So we decided to go somewhere else where I don't have issues with my visa. So we decided to go to Bali. So look at the view. By the way, it's right now 6 p.m. almost 7. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's like beautiful right now. Look at this shit, bro. It's fucking awesome. Oh my god, bro. Jeez. Look at this shit. We got the pool here. And we are in this part in Bali called Uluwatu. Before I was living in Canggu, but I was bored. It was like a lot of digital nomads there. I need a break, so we need some more nature, a little bit space. So we decided to go to Uluwatu here. Anyway, back to the point. So we're building Infinia. It was crazy months. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, let me fix this first. So it was crazy months because we tried pretty much everything. Joshua was in a Ben Bader program. He was the operator guy in the team, and I was always the funnel guy. So I've been first time before we partnered with Joshua. I was doing funnels for like influencers like Marshall Cruz, Brandon Clark, all these guys, and Joshua saw my portfolio, and I was like, with my broken English, I was like, I need somebody who have decent language English, and he's articulate. He knows what he's saying. He can help me with the sales part, and I would just do my part, which is networking and do some client acquisition a little bit, leveraging my network because you're building funnels. It's you get connected to these circles, and you can upsell whatever because funnels is just not a landing page or that's a lot of advantage comes from there because right now most of our clients we just start doing funnels for them, then we upsell them operating. So Joshua handles the operating part because he was in these programs, and he was in Dustin program as well. For me, I've never bought a mentorship. I'm not gonna lie. I learned everything pretty much myself, This is my way of doing things. But anyway, so in March, that's the first month of us trying to do some stuff, trying to do client acquisition. Nothing worked really. You start doing a lot of outreach methods, cold outreach, all these things. None of them work really. We got a couple of clients, but we didn't close any prospects. So either broke, either they're slow, either they're, I'm sorry, but retards. Oh, I wanna invest in myself. I wanna make a lot of money, whatever, and ask you fucking 100 questions, and you answer hundreds of give them hundreds of answers, and they don't make the move. It's not your fault. Actually, some of them I met here in Bali. It's funny enough. But anyway, so it was literally a learning curve where it was not only about business. It's actually between me and myself, because once you actually start in a business, you can relate to this. You're actually building yourself, because you need to be disciplined. When people say no to you, you're not triggered. You don't check anything on a personal level. There's a lot of stuff. Also, when things doesn't work, you actually need the mindset to kind of fight and don't give up. So pretty much you're fighting with yourself. So God is not giving you these results you want because you're not qualified yet. So it was making total sense. But yeah, slowly we start getting some attractions. Until I think April, we signed the first client. He's doing like a relationship kind of offer. We did his funnel, then we upsell them the operating. Then yeah, I think we took 25% or something from that. But that was the first real client. Before that, there was either brokies, like I said, or a bunch of retards. So this is my guy Joshua here. He bought some Zins.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? We got some Zins. Lock in.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's the first client we got. We tried to make everything work. We did our job, but the guy is so slow. It's very complicated. But like I said, it was literally a fighting with not just with the clients or the business. It's actually you with yourself, because like I said, if you're lacking discipline, or your mindset, you can give up very fast. None of this will work. You're not qualified. God not gonna give you the results you want. So that's why we decided not to fucking give up. And then things start going well for us. Especially after we move up to Bali here, we signed one of the biggest clients here, in our life. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them you guys familiar with. But yeah, so it was literally the best year of my life, where everything changed, especially in the last 6 months. First 6 months was us building ourselves, and then the last 6 months was us actually deserve and earn anything we got. So that's pretty much. Let me show you exactly some of our clients we have right now. So we got fan bases. It's after we move up to Bali, 2 months later, we signed them as a client. I'm gonna show you how we got some of these as well. We got Camilla here. I'm sure you guys do know her. Obviously, I don't help her with her OnlyFans offer. Thank God she quit. But anyway, and we got our guy here, Clav. So Clav, actually, at first some of his team, one of his guys, sales manager, he reached out to me for a funnel, and we did his funnel because I work with his biggest competitor, so they hired me for a funnel, and then we upsell them the operating side. So yeah, we worked with Mamba as well, Marshall, Eddie Cumberbatch, Baby Sickly, Musa, some of the famous brands, David Kohler, Caprice. So a bunch of these guys, a lot of traders as well. So yeah, it was beautiful to witness this, but I'm not gonna make this video like long. This is pretty much the first time I record a video when I don't use even a script or something. So what's the goal of this journey here in YouTube? I will be literally sharing how I got these clients, how I leverage my skills, which is building funnels on Framer. I started as a web developer, by the way, so not just Framer, but Framer is the big one. And how I got, the time and location freedom, obviously, especially from somebody who was in a third world country from Morocco, was like, I didn't learn English in school. Like, it's we're just trying ourselves. Language barrier. I'm not somebody in third world country in Africa gonna upsell or sell something in the US. Like, there's a lot of barriers there. People gonna, you know, gonna laugh at you. I tried to do cold calling, a lot of local business in the US, and people hung up on my face, um, making fun of my English, and a lot of fucking stories. But like, we made it. Still a lot of work to do. I'm not telling you that I'm satisfied what I really doing right now, because there's a lot of we can do. But obviously, I respect myself because I didn't give up. All my family was against me. If quit school, you should do this, you get a job, all this shit. But like, we don't fucking surrender. We don't give people the option to tell us what the fuck you should be doing in your life. It's my life. I don't fucking care about anyone else saying. Anyway, so like I said, we're just gonna throw up a lot of sauce. How we got these clients, how you can do the same. Even if you're in third world country, whatever, doesn't matter. You just need you literally your laptop, Wi-Fi access, and a brain functioning, and you should not be a retard. That's pretty much what I would say. So yeah, we'll jump back to my screen, and I will show you guys some cool stuff. Yo, so right now I will show you some of the things on how I actually made the first 10K using Framer. So a lot of you guys like usually know that for landing page you need this, usually websites when people and companies, brands, influencers, all these guys needs landing pages, websites. They hire a designer, then after the designer finishes his work, then they send it to some developer and they build a website or something like that. There is obviously a lot of people use ClickFunnels. They just for these clients, they just do the design at the same time, whatever, and they develop everything in ClickFunnels. But it takes a lot of time, and also the quality of these funnels are not good because there's a lot of strict rules. You need a lot of CSS knowledge to build something like really fancy and something, a big company or big brand standards, right? Okay. So when I was a developer, and I always was trying to kind of figure out a route so I can, do the least work but the maximum outcomes. Meaning I can build something good, funnels, websites that actually looking good with less code, with or without code, and with just less work essentially. I don't like my brain was fried. I was just coding all the time, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, all that. Like, it takes a lot of time, and the payment is not even worth it. So I started getting paid at first, like last 2 years, first websites like $100, $200, $300, like. And sometimes like I had a designer with me, like I need to split something with him, or it's just like not worth it. I was like, this is not what it's gonna get me where I actually want. So this is something wrong. You know, I know that I'm skilled, but I know for a fact that I'm using the wrong vehicle. So this is why I tried a lot of other CMS like Webflow, WordPress, whatever you think a good CMS. I tried all of them, and Framer was in the beginning of it. So I was like, all right, it's a low code build tool, and I was like, oh, we're a developer. We have this ego. No, I need coding. It's like, bro, you want to make money or not? So I tried Framer, and it was in the beginning, so there's not enough really resources to learn Framer at that point. But like, luckily I was a developer, so nothing scared me really. So I tried it for a week or two, and actually was like impressed. Like I was doing list work with quality. You know, the website was so stunning. A client can give me like an edit. I can make it in 2 seconds. But if you ask me, and I was in the old times, some client wants some feedback. I need to change the code, all that stuff. It takes a lot of time. You know, it's not even worth my time. So Framer actually was impressive. Why? Because I literally was like just drawing stuff. I just like drag, drop this, and come up with a beautiful, landing pages, websites for companies, all that. So that at that point there was no ChatGPT. Like GPT was in the beginning, but that was not. It was still retarded. It was still not in its prime like right now. So what I'm gonna teach you right now is basically how I made my first 10K using Framer and leveraging AI, because I'm not a web designer, so you might be way better skilled web designer than me, or if you are a growth operator, you have never been a designer like me, you are in the perfect place right there. So that's why GPT helps me come up with the copy, helps me get graphics, backgrounds. For example, I wanna, I'm building a funnel landing page for SaaS company. I need some crazy backgrounds, stunning. So GPT was doing all this work, and obviously, if you want to come up with something, like I said, you need a designer. So when we have GPT, nothing to worry about. But if you're a designer, it's actually an advantage, because you can come up with stuff you built on Figma and you just export them and into something functional in Framer. So more money for you, less time. So yeah, all you need literally Framer account, your laptop, coffee, and GPT Premium. And if you like me, addicted, and you love some Zins, I don't advise everyone to use them, but I take the risk. I like them anyway. So first, let me show you some of the clients I work with. So we got fan bases, built all landing pages for them. I design and build in the same time in Framer, so I don't use any Figma or design, nothing. Literally, all I do is just like Framer. So we got fan bases right there. We got Mumbai Fix. We got Renzo Guevara. I'm sure you guys know this guy as well. Brandon Clark. The guy got like 2 million followers. He's like a social media coach. And we got Marshall Cruz right there. 3 times Mr. Olympia, Brandon Hendrickson. And a bunch of traders here. Baby Stickley, one of the biggest competitors like in the old times for my clients, Clavicular. We got this guy as well, Hassan, and a bunch of traders, Caprice, Andrew Chin, and so on. So all these funnels here, and obviously there is still to show you, like there's Camilla, like I showed you already, and a bunch. Anyway, so first of all, like I was not charging more. Like I was literally charging like $300, $400, because I was working with growth operators. They just pay me every time you sign a client, they want to funnel, they hire me for $300, But now like we charge like 3, 4, 5K for funnel. For one funnel that I make in 1 hour, 2 hours, 3K. Like, come on. it's literally the best skill you can learn for literally zero. Like you don't need to, to invest crazy money to learn this. Like it's not trading. You're gonna hire some mentor, join some, community, whatever, and pay like 5K or something, and then teach you to trade, and you lose all your money, and the broker gets all of it, and that influencer gets a cut from it. But if you learn something like this, actually some skill that lasting, it's going to be a lasting skill. You're going to use it every time in your life. I mean, if you're starting your business, you're going to build your websites, landing pages by yourself. Every business needs a landing page. All of them sells products, info products, ecom products, like whatever. So this is not something going to be replaced by AI. Like people are lazy. Don't you think just because all this AI software is right there, oh, you're going to take my job, bro? Don't default. That's not how it works. You just need to be unique and to be smarter than before. And by that, I mean faster, and you care a lot about bringing money to these businesses, because they don't just want something nice looking, whatever. No, they can hire somebody from Fiverr for I don't know, some cheap, and boom. But that's not what they care about. They want to make money, so they care about conversions, right? So when you understand these things, and you have big names in your portfolio like I do, like at that point you are in the position to ask for more money, right? So that's what you gotta do. So that's why Framer is one of the best skills in the market right now. You can acquire literally for no money, like maximum $100, which is the community that I teach people in person, and I have like modules teaching live builds, actually building big influencers funnels live there. Besides that, you don't need nothing. It's like even $100, whatever. It's not a thing. You can buy Netflix with that. Anyway, so what I want to say here is one thing before everything else. So what I'm talking about in this Framer thing here is just one thing. So pretty much all you gotta do is having a Framer account, then GPT Premium, and your laptop, like I said. So let's go to Framer. Literally, you just call it Framer and make an account, right? Let's go to private. So I give you like first experience here, or you can actually, download Framer as well if you want. There is an application here, but anyway, you make an account, boom, and then you will find something like this, but empty because you have no projects. But like, yeah, after that, we start the real work, right? So in this video, obviously, I'm not teaching you how to build funnels. That's for later video, but I'm showing you exactly why something like this actually got me, clients that pay me 1K, 5K, 3K, 1K, 3K. All these for funnels that I build in 1-2 hours. Like, come on, if you're making 5K for a funnel they actually build in 2 hours, and you're just using template from old client, and you just reusing that every time and milking that market, like, come on, it's a lot of money. I mean, I'm not telling you you're gonna make millions, but at least you're making the time and freedom. 10K minimum is life changing. All this, like, most of people on earth doesn't make 10K a month. Like, that's a fact, right? So this is what I'm teaching you here. How you can charge more, and how in the first place, how you can land these clients in the first place, right? So my best strategy was always X, Twitter, and Instagram. But right now, the best one that I still use is Instagram. So pretty much you set up, optimize like all this stuff you hear. Obviously, you need to optimize your portfolio, bio. If we go to Instagram, show you mine. You optimize your portfolio. You have everything about you. Don't seem too salesy. I do a little bit, but my account, like I have a lot of mutuals with my ICP. They see a lot of big mutuals. They say, oh, this guy is connected, so they have a lot of trust. So, but like if you're a beginner, you need to check a lot of more boxes. You need pictures of yourself. I'm not asking for aesthetic stuff, but at least you have something, your face in it, because people are not gonna give you their credit card if you're behind the screen, unless it's nothing. So that's the first thing. After that, you literally go to your ideal ICP. So let's say, for example, Alex Hormozi maybe, right? And try to find his page. Yeah, pretty much. Go to his Instagram, then we start the real work from there. So obviously, a lot of these guys like have big followings. Like you're unlikely to land them as clients because they either have a team, they managing the DMs, they don't see the DMs themselves, or it's just gonna be in the spam folder forever. So you need like creators that are not crazy big because you just starting out. You need something like in 10K, 50K, 100K max. Beside that, you just wasting your time, in my opinion, because cold outreach right now is different than it was before. People are tired getting spammed every day, right? So you need to be unique. What by unique I mean, you need to start building genuine connections, bro. Like conversations. It's just not hi whatever pitch boom, bro. Like come on. Like if I did that to you and you're just waking up in the morning and seeing my DM, like you're gonna ignore that and you're just gonna pass because it's just not a thing anymore, right? In the old times, yeah, but now it's like, come on, you gotta up your game, bro. So literally, first thing, find your ICP. Then after that, obviously, before you gotta have your IG checking a lot of boxes. For example, if you go to mine, it's not like a standard or it's perfect, but it works for me. So you have pretty much some testimonials, clients that I work with. For example, calls with big clients that I work with. For example, AD Cumberbatch here. Big influencers like the guy with 2 million followers giving me a testimonial and so on. So you see all these funnels, all this stuff that I'm building. There's a lot of social proof right there, right? And from that, we start outreach, and obviously you need to be active, start posting some stories, stuff like that. After checking these boxes, we start, doing some real work, which is reaching out to these people. Obviously, you cannot send more than 50 a day in one account. If you want more, you need multiple ad account, Instagram accounts. So that's that. And then you're gonna ask me now, how am I supposed to start these conversations? Like what works for me, and I'm teaching the grid, is literally starting by something like either, funny, or is it something like surprising? Like there's some, something funny about it. You need to be human. They are human at the end of the day. If you said something funny, that started the conversation, and they lower their defense. The sales pressure is removed by that. So this is literally the best move. I'm telling you guys, like the game is changing. People, you need to be creative. I have my lines that I start conversation with. You should too as well. Like there is crazy. I know people like some of my boys like literally bought programs like 3, 4, 5K just to hop on a call with their ideal client and pitch them in the call. Like people are really going to the limit, you know. That's why you should be unique, bro. But it's not impossible. It's like very possible. It's not crazy hard to land your clients, even if you're in India, Bangladesh, like whatever, doesn't matter. Like you just need to have a decent portfolio, a decent Instagram, you have some followers, a little bit, not crazy. For example here, don't do like I did. Like it's not my fault. Somebody hacked my account and I woke up, found them followed 1K accounts. I don't know how that happened, but I'm trying to figure that out. But like this account, like I have decent, you know, all of them are active, all of them are real followers, all of them are most of them are clients and or friends. Businesses, not my actual friends. So you gotta have, you know, checking these boxes at first. After that, we start doing your work. So when you learn Framer, you're just not gonna tell people I learned Framer or something about that. You gotta have a portfolio, bro. So for example, this is my perfect one. Go on Notion, create something like this. Whatever you're gonna call your thing, just use your name, whatever. For example, bands, portfolio, something like that, and just put these guys here, their names. After you land these clients, I mean, their pictures and funnels. So when you send something to these guys, prospects, you have something to show. You're just not gonna say, I do this if you need it. Like, come on, you need to have something ready. So they take a look, they get hooked instantly by something you already have. Obviously, you're not gonna send a link to a portfolio when you just DMing somebody. You gotta, like I said, establishing a connection, something, you know, back and forth, talking, and then when they ask you what do you do, then you tell them, and then you show your portfolio. So that's pretty much. Framer is the best. Why? Because while we use Framer, we leverage it to establish trust with these guys. So if you're a web designer, developer, operator, this is pretty much the best way to actually go and change the vehicle in a way to make the real money. With that, I mean, I build funnels for these guys, but like I don't care, you know, like that's not my thing. Like when I get 3, 4, 5K biff, it's not what I really want. Like I just want to build that establish that trust, and then after that I upsell them something real because they like me, they fuck with me, and if I tell them something, they will be interested. Not some dork to jump in the DMs. Oh, I want to make you 50K a month. Like, get out of here, bro. But you know, I talk to them like they are kind of my boys. This is my personal view about business. Like all my clients, I don't have that crazy professional, you know, stereotype thing in business. Like, sir, no, all of my clients are friends. If I think these guys are not gonna be friends, like I really don't consider having them as a client. Because when you have your boys as clients at the same time, like things go smooth. Even when you do a mistake, like it's just like easy to continue because there is already some, you know, smooth, you know, relationship there right there. It's like not a warm relationship there. It's not like cool. It's like, sir, I did the project. Here you go. Boom, paid. Bro, this is not how you make money. But if your boys, if they know somebody needs some help, they're gonna refer somebody to you. You make more money. That's why you need to be, like I said, unique. And focusing on establishing trust and connections, right? So after all this, what I said, Framer is easy to learn, but is the best way to make your first 10K, in my opinion. There is a lot of skills you can acquire, but in my opinion, Framer is the most easiest way and has the most ROI after you get this skill and master the skill really good. So, like I said, you don't have to be designer. If you guys know Musa, the Clipper guy, I built this funnel for him. I'm not a designer, bro, but I built this. The clients like it. He's willing to pay a lot, and I pretty much doesn't know. That's not my copy, bro. Like this is literally all Claude, GPT, or and obviously some thinking, like all these like micro skills that I actually don't have, but like I use AI to my leverage. That's why I tell you, don't worry about AI replacing you. AI here is to actually make you more strong in and more powerful. I mean, so for example, all these small cups, I didn't make these. Literally, Gemini, my best friend. For example, this background here. I'm not a web designer. You might be. This is huge for you. You charge 1K, build a funnel, landing page, make a website, another 2K, so 3K total. We're gonna give you that to you in this. Come on, what are we talking about here? So yeah, you see backgrounds like this. This is literally give him some details, some inspirations, so he can learn from it. And then I just download it and send it to Framer, and boom. Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. It's like you learn something that literally take you. I have a student that actually was a web developer, and it teach them in 4 days, and he made the funnel for one of the best, the biggest traders in the online space is Mamba. It's like he made this one, It's like, bro, it's very huge, and now people can charge more after, losing all that time trying to figure out the code and wasting their precious time for low money. But come on. Yeah, I think pretty much all these things I will add it to the next video, because I don't want to give everything here because the video is going to be long. It's already long, and this is my first video. So excuse my don't excuse anything, I don't care, but anyway. So yeah, first thing, like I said, create an account, Framer. Try to make your first, try to be familiar with it, use AI to leverage, and then the marketing side, that's for a later video that I'm going to show you actually real conversation with clients that I signed. And yeah, I'm going to even show you how I landed one of the biggest ones, like fan bases, all these. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, the best ROI skill in the market right now that actually going to make you more money as a web designer, web developer, operator is learning Framer. Because if you are an operator, you can build a funnel and then up to that guy operating, bro. That's unique, web designer, build the site, bro. You're building, you're designing all this time. Like, come on. If you are a web developer, design that and build in the same time with less time and more money. It's not really hard to make 10K with that. You just need 4 or 5 clients paying you 2K, 3K. It's like that's all you actually need, bro. But yeah, don't worry about that. I will show you in the next video this in more details with actual proof as well. Yeah, and if you want to go to the next level, obviously there is something called the grid, which I built with my business partner Joshua. We're actually teaching people, Framer. There's all modules here. I teach, people live. We hop on calls, one-on-ones, and I teach them. I actually share some of the biggest funnels I built live, and students here share, their first wins. For example, we got Kareem He landed his first ever client in his life after joining the grid, and he's not better than you. His English is not crazy because he's like from a third world country, and you might be, for example, you're based in the US, you have no English barrier. Like, come on, why you're not making money, bro? What's your excuse? So that's why I built the grid, like especially for Framer, and my business partner take care of the copy part, which is a new copywriter because he's an operator and he's a copywriter. He wrote even a book, so like we take care of you from that perspective. And after that, we just teach you client acquisition and stuff like that. And we add in a section here pretty soon. We actually give, jobs to people, and yeah. So if you wanna check that out, you're gonna find it in the description. And yeah, that's all I gotta say right now. And see you in the next one. Peace.